As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Blue Hens will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owls offense will get the football first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Kennesaw State right back to work. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So Delaware's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. The safe ball on the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They punted away on 4th down. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll run play action. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Williams will pass. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Blue Hens, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Quick completion on the out. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the 2nd drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Kennesaw State right back to work. It'll be a draw. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll run the option. Fights off a defender.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. Great job by the back on the option.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off play action on first down. He wants to go deep, and he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. Breaks into the open. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Got his man quickly. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Blue Hens are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Handoff from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity.
And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Under fire. Trying to make... Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Williams looking for a man. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Kick is in the air. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. So now it's second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. Williams will pass. Complete downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. It's a draw. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Fires to the wideout, and the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. This is as bad a situation as you can get as a punt team. Ball down just outside their own red zone. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Brought down at the 2-yard line and just a couple of steps away from the pick six. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Hens buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll move the tight end. Here's the handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Delaware! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ball game.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. BYU has the lead right now, but this Lavelle Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 11 over Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. Williams looking for a man. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, QB had the look he wanted. You like throwing slants against man coverage. That time, though, got to be a little bit more accurate with the throw, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Got it near midfield. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That line.
Turning it on! He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Delaware.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Williams will pass. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
And they're able to make the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Punt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They want to run it left here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
Williams looking for a man. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he's got some space. Short gain on the play before he slides. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Here comes the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Complete to the right. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And the Blue Hens look to keep this drive humming. They'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The head coach has to be losing his mind after all of these penalties. Now it's 1st and 30. Fighting off the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single
time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Kennesaw State right back to work.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Williams will pass. Setting up the screen. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Rides to back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back open in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. The play action fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Blue Hens can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They kick it away on 4th down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Did the work himself. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throwing right. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. give to the back. Breaks the tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-line.
There he goes. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And some room to work. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The defense trying to be physical in pass coverage took it a little too far, and the offense will pick up the first down. The Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. The RPO, it's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And the Blue Hens will try to punch it in on first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
That's now the second missed field goal for this guy, and you have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. On the run, still looking. Kept it, and he's past the marker.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Kennesaw State right back to work.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Right back to the well. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
Defense gets it done this time, perhaps taking away a little of that bravado that this quarterback has shown running the ball.
And when you see it, you kind of get accustomed to it. You get used to the speed. You get used to the option and what you want to do to try to defend it and how to mix up the looks. Nice job mixing it up a little bit and getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give out of the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a third and long. Williams will pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Owls. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's the beauty of running play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Flips it out to the back. At the 20, he's got space. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The inside handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way than a...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, there's the ball. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Just an outstanding performance for this guy behind center. The aerial attack has been precise. They put up big numbers. They put points on the board. It has just been superb.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now on 1st down from the 40.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and max
Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Kennesaw State right back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll race it to the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, trailing late. They've got to get to work here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Owls! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Williams looking for a man. Find some fresh air.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now on the option. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. Gives it on the option. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the strong safety is the one that's actually able to get the sack on this play. They lowered him in the box, probably anticipating run to the strong side of the field. But when the strong safety saw the ball in the quarterback's hand, he just said, I'm going to go do this myself.
He'll do it himself. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop now to see what they do on 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Swings it out to his running back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
Here we go.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.